Uh-oh.
I'm open to criticizing all of my friends for their choices, but then look, Abbott tried to come to Steven and say your hedonistic lifestyle isn't working, and Destiny got not only like offended and defensive, but literally was not open to the conversation. Did not.
Bro, I'll talk about anything all the time ever. Are we serious? I feel like I have more conversations about my fucking lifestyle than literally any other fucking person on the internet. I have so many conversations about my lifestyle. It happens so often. It's almost exhausting at this point. Like, oh my God.
Was not open to Abba, and Abba backed off smartly. Because again, we don't want to believe that we're not doing the most healthy version of our life. Who cares? I do not give a fuck if Steven and Melina end up in the worst relationship they're in. Even now, we know all the drama. But of course, as their friends, as individuals, I'd like them to be healthier and happier. But it's not my fucking job to tell Steven and Melina to stop doing what they're doing. Because, you know what I'm saying? It's not my job. So unless they come to me and say it, unless they open up the conversation to hear it, how could I do this, right? Let them be messy. Let them sleep around and not negotiate and do all the things that kind of make it hard, right? But that's fine. But that's no different than what SNEAKO's doing on his journey. He's not open-minded to the right people. I feel like he's open-minded to me, and I'm good with that.
It's... Oh, man. Hold on. Okay. The difference between me and SNEAKO is that I have my life and I do my things and I'm okay with that. And I understand that other people have their lives and they do their things and I'm okay with that.
Hey, Destiny streamer can want to talk about Christian socialism and
nope, I'm good. The difference is SNEAKO is highly judgmental about everybody else's life. That's the difference. Is that really that hard to understand? Or do people not see that? Or do people just not care about that? I can't tell. I just can't tell. Or is that another thing? Like, if one person comes out and one person eats shit, and he just likes to eat shit, and he's like, you know, some people are vegans, some people eat meat, I like to eat shit. I'm not saying you should eat shit, but I just like eating shit. If I saw that guy, I'd be like, you know what? That's pretty weird, but hey, you do you, my friend. Now let's say another guy comes out and he's a vegan and he's like, listen, I'm a vegan and meat eaters should get the fucking guillotine. They should fucking die, right? In that circumstance, I would side with the shit eater more than the vegan. Like, because the shit eater isn't judging other people for their lifestyles. The shit eater might be doing something that I think is a little bit whack or crazy, but he's doing his own thing, you know? He's doing his own thing. He's eating whatever. It's weird. I think it's weird. I wouldn't do it. He's not recommending other people. But the militant vegan is being highly judgmental of other people. I don't understand how she can't see the difference between that. SNEAKO is constantly calling out every other style of relationship for not matching what he recommends 100% verbatim. I don't understand how somebody couldn't see the difference there. That's unfathomable to me. I don't understand.
That SNEAKO lets me talk to him, I think, more than even Destiny does. I don't think Steven is as open-minded about me helping his relationship be quote-unquote better because he thinks it's good right now. But SNEAKO has definitely been more open to me in the past helping him with his relationships. So in my head, SNEAKO is more open-minded because...
It's like... Where are his relationships at now? Like... One, SNEAKO's gonna be a bit more open because he's like 14 years old. I'm 34 years old. Of course, the receptiveness that we have to other people's advice is gonna be dramatically different. I've been dating a woman that I just married for 4 fucking years. SNEAKO is bouncing between who the fuck knows what, converting religions every other fucking day. Yeah, no shit, he might be a little bit more receptive. But to say that he's open-minded when he is by de facto not open-minded because he's so judgmental is fucking insane.
He's willing to admit he cheated. He's willing to admit he did things that were wrong. He hurt people. He knows that. And he admitted that over and over again. And all you...
How? It's got to be like the perfect... This has to be like the perfect trigger video. It's got to be the perfect trigger video.
You guys did was make fun of him for it. Cool.
I just need you to bear with me for the context and get to the end of the video so you can see just how scummy this narcissistic little child is. So buckle up. All the context and the build up to the end of the video is very important. It's very hilarious. And I couldn't be more excited to clear my name finally. I want to say this. He did these long-winded videos about the situation, over an hour of him talking about it on 2 different streams that I'm aware of.
You have to be coming from... You've got to be coming from an insane world where SNEAKO comes off as more open-minded than almost anybody. Like, he's literally the Matrix NPC programmed person right now. It's like, oh, fuck. Okay, it's okay. Let's bring it back. Dial it down. Dial it back. Bring it back in.
So I feel it's necessary I address it in a long-winded, articulate fashion. I fear...
Wait, what did it... Oh, she's muted. Call her, she's streaming. I don't want to have an argument with somebody over who's open-minded more. I don't care that much. If she thinks that, that's fine. But it's just a wild opinion to think. Like...
If I made this a 10-minute video like I wanted to, people
Wait, does she know that...
would complain too much about me picking and choosing clips and not providing adequate context, so I will do my best to make things long with proper context. And in the description will be the links to all the streams I'm referencing, and I implore you to go watch them for yourself and draw your own conclusions. Also, I waited 6 weeks since the rape threat allegations to make this video.
Oh my god, did I just rant forever and I was muted? Oh my god, stop it. Fuck. Okay, this is what I was such a boomer. I'm sorry, boomer Brittany. Listen, every damn time. I know, fuck, damn it. Okay, I was saying that, I saw a comment. Was I muted for the comment, guys? I think I was muted for the comment. There was a comment that said Abba and Destiny are speaking to their specific bubbles and their audiences, not to the general public. And they say that, but no. Steven fought with me about this because... Thank you, Trevi, for the super chat. Yes, I'm repeating it. So Steven and Abba did tell me, when I came on to discuss OnlyFans and sex work, they did tell me that I am speaking for specific bubbles and they need to speak for general public, and they were being anti-sex work for the general populace. Steven argued with me over this rape thingy because I was like...
How am I anti-sex work? What? Where does this take even come from? What conversation did I have where I said this? Wait, what?
For general public, and they were being anti-sex work for the general populace. Steven argued with me over this rape thingy because I was like, you're speaking from like a bubble, right? Like, men are socialized like this and women are socialized by this, but like, it depends on the bubble. Generally speaking, doesn't work anymore, right?
Okay, hold on, sorry, hold on. I need that weed, that's what I need. I need to smoke. I just need to smoke. It would chill. It would fucking mellow me the fuck out. Or maybe I need a drink. I need some substance. I need to abuse something. My temperament is more brittle than it was in the older days. I'm getting shattered right now. Okay. It's okay. Bring it back. Chill out. Calm it down. Okay. This is what it's like when a level 2 me is trying to perceive what a level 5 is saying. It's hard for me to, I got a lot of mental work I'm trying to do right now. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
It just doesn't work anymore. So again, people have to be more open to the idea that you are speaking from a bubble. Actually, Discord said it really well. They said, I really like Destiny and I've been watching him pretty regularly for 3 years. But I've been thinking about calling in to ask him if he thinks he is maybe not the effective communicator that he thinks he is. If people are constantly misunderstanding him, quotations. Some people can be uncharitable, but I do think there's a pattern for a reason. Look, Destiny and I are very similar, as is SNEAKO and everyone else. The place that I think I'm excelling versus them two is I know I'm not speaking for the general public. I know I'm speaking for bubbles, but I think Steven does think he's speaking generally and normally, but he's not. And that's why he's misunderstood.
This is why, and I'll say this again, and I implore you guys, please God, when you guys are listening to other content creators, please, when people say things like this, you have to give examples. You need to give examples. You need to say, hey, what do you mean when you say that? Can you give some examples? Always ask for examples on stuff like this. Please always ask for examples. Like, what have I ever said where I clarify this so it's actually exhausting how much I clarify this shit. I don't recommend My Life's Forbidden. Or here's something that I recommend if you do this. This is like a general recommendation. I am so curious. Have I ever made a general recommendation that's wrong? Like, my general recommendations tend to be so milquetoast. If you want to lose weight, start counting calories. If you want to be careful with your money, always make a budget. If you want to do well in life, you need to go to school. Like, I feel like I'm getting gaslit by this fucking VOD. I feel like I've overclarified so much fucking time, or so many fucking times. Like, here, like, the general advice that I give is so broad and it's so normal. Is this like a bubble thing? Am I stuck in a normal bubble where people? Okay.
All the time, but also Steven has a habit of, I think, not being as forthcoming or honest as he could be in his work versus me and SNEAKO. We're more than happy to throw our trash out there for the most part.
My whole life. I don't. Oh shit. Okay. I just gotta chill. Why am I letting these guys are like new to the internet and I've been here for so long. It's okay. I understand. It's okay. Okay. We need to. I'm getting trolled right now. This is an epic. This is an epic troll. This is an epic troll. It has to be. It must be. I'm getting epically trolled. I must be getting epically trolled, okay? I must be getting epically trolled right now, okay? Who just joined me?
You really think it's a troll?
You're the evil devil, okay? Don't be here. You're gonna make me, stop. You're the bad one, okay? That's gonna make me think bad thoughts, okay? I'm staying.
No, I'm absolutely the angel on the shoulder. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't think she's trolling, but I don't know. She has such a wild impression of me that is so far from reality. Even the examples that she gave were so wrong. She literally gave the example. SNEAKO's open about his cheating. Like, first of all, cheating to these guys is Giga Chad. They think that's cool. Like, he literally talks about how I can't even say anything because I don't even know how much he's public with. I can't even say what I want to fucking say. Like, I am so open with everything.
Okay,
I've said I've cheated on Aaron like fucking 20 times. I've always said this. I don't lie any of this shit about my life. I can't lie anything about my life. My whole fucking life is public.
Okay.
How the fuck could she possibly say this kid is more open than me? He says he's fucking Islamic. He doesn't even know he's never opened a.
Breathe. Okay. I see it. Obviously. Brittany could have a bias with you because she knows about cheating, but then that wouldn't explain why she doesn't have a bias towards SNEAKO. Correct? That's what's frustrating right now, right?
I don't know how she can say he's open-minded. He's become one of the most judgmental people in all of fucking YouTube. He's so judgmental. Bro, he's open-minded. He's literally making fun of what Charlie's girlfriend looks like. He calls everybody a cuck. He thinks that if you've gotten vaccinated, your fucking dick is gonna fall off. Like, how is this the open-minded person? He's hyper-judgmental of every type of relationship style that doesn't match his. Like, what?
Okay.
How is he the open-minded one? I don't understand. There's no way.
So she's just trolling you.
No, she's not trolling. I think that...
I know she's not.
I don't know if she's still like, is she
mean.
upset from the rape conversation and it's just like carried over into everything now? Is that?
No, it's not the rape conversation. So I tried to tell you this before, that the first time I got the vibe, like Brittany wasn't sure about you, it had to do with the sex worker discourse. From there, I think not really being honest with you about that.
Wait. What is the sex worker discourse? Did I ever come off as anti-sex worker, or what part of the discourse?
You have the ability to be critical and to wonder about things, and that can make it seem like you're against something. I think there was a time where you really didn't have a positive view about OnlyFans, with the idea that people could reach out to sex workers. You thought that maybe this could be bad on their mental and their ability to form like positive relationships if they are.
Oh,
like,
because I was critical of the DMing people and going back and forth like that. Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like even in that conversation, didn't she say, I actually know a lot of people that do this and they don't think it's exploitative or abusive at all? Didn't I literally send that combo? Oh, maybe it's possible that in different communities people engage with it differently. Does that not count? Should I just not even bother saying it?
So this isn't specifically about you. This is about her. Okay? That happened. You, I think, treated her like very mature, very emotionally intelligent, very capable of understanding other bubbles and understanding that everyone's on a different path, right? So for you, it probably seems like she's able to engage with that criticism, but my conversation with her later was being really skeptical about you, because while you are, I don't know, not taking up for her side or something like that, you are very much coddling Lav and helping Lav take her side, which is against sex work. So you have to understand that the people that you compliment sometimes don't really don't live up to that compliment. And so you're kind of neglecting the fact that they need to be taken care of, kind of like Lav did. I think that's where all the problems started.
Okay, maybe.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, and how does that make you feel?
Retarded.
Okay, why retarded? Like, do you understand the difference
So I need to be like,
Okay.
So if I ever have a disagreement with anybody ever, do I need to like engage in like fucking like BDSM aftercare for every single conversation? Like, should I be like, hey, I know that we disagreed today on stream about an issue. Can we have like an hour call later tonight and I can like engage in some soothing activities for you to make sure that you understand that I don't like fucking hate like a certain group of people that you either identify with or want to defend? Like, is that like a behavior? Is that like a normal behavior? Do people normally do this for interactions when they disagree with each other?
It is not a normal behavior. But okay, I have borderline personality disorder.
Based.
And you understand that I am not always rational, especially when things are personal to me. I'm not engaging rationally all the time. And I can walk away from it with some really like bad ideas that I need to resolve. Otherwise they stay with me and they fester and they grow. I think Brittany had bad ideas of you and why you were making arguments that you were with different people. With her, you're argumentative. With Lav, you're coddling. I think this is unique to maybe Brittany. But I don't think it's anything that you've done wrong, specifically, if that makes sense.
Well, no, it can't be the case that like, it can't be the case that I haven't done anything wrong with Mr. Girl, with Live, with Brittany, with blah, 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 right? Like at some point, there has to be a different method of communication with people that is, it's going beyond the words, right? Because clearly whatever the fuck I say doesn't matter. So there has to be like another action, some basic component of like human interaction that just doesn't fucking exist in my brain. And I guess I'm trying to figure out like, what the fuck is that? Like when she literally reaches for the example, like, oh, like SNEAKO is so open and Destiny's not. Like when SNEAKO talks about his cheating, like I want to fucking blow my brains out, okay? Like but the words, it's because it must not be a word thing. It's like there is some like human component of interaction that I'm just like I don't have. I'm missing it, and I need to figure out what that is because there should be no reason why I don't connect on. I don't know. I need to figure it out.
This is why
the thing that drives me, but the thing that is driving me crazy is I don't like if everybody thought something. Here's what I wouldn't mind. Okay, this is acceptable to me. If everybody in the world was like, Destiny, you are way too harsh on people, then I'd be like, okay, that's fair. If everybody's getting that perception, fine. You know what? I'll sure. Maybe I need to like tone back things. But the problem is I have so much diametrically opposed opinions about the same person I interact with. This has actually happened multiple times in my life. It happened with Bad Bunny, where Bad Bunny thought that I never stuck up for her, I never helped her, I never did anything to represent her side at all, and my whole community thought I was simping for her. It's happening, I guess, a little bit with Brittany, where Brittany thinks that I'm like super against these points of view, I'm super not open, and my whole community is like, oh, but Destiny, you simp hard for Brittany. It happened with Lav, where Lav is like, when this girl's like, oh, Destiny's abusive, and my whole community is like, oh, he simped so hard for Lav. The only reason he's got Lav on is because he's simping for her. Like, I don't understand how that difference in opinion can exist in so many different areas. Like, if it was everybody saying one thing, and I'm like, okay, maybe I need to like be nicer or I need to be meaner, but it's when like totally opposite opinions exist and they're like proliferating so much through both sides.
Okay, I think being charitable and having that empathy arc, and then also maybe believing that certain people that you know probably have mental illness, like just uplifting them or expecting that they're good. I don't know. I think there's a combination of things that you're doing wrong, but I don't think it has to do with like your debate style. I think it's like, it's the space. It's people who, I don't know, they're not upfront with you. This is why the last time we talked about this, I said she's saying one thing on her stream, but she comes to you with different energy. I think there's something about you that as soon as you talk to somebody, they're willing to forget that they have a problem with you until you like instigate. Like I think the last time you talked to Lav, right? She was like, okay, hold on, I need like a buffer. And then everything was like sweet and cool and it was about to be chill until, I don't know, everyone remembered like the drama. Like why do you, I think that's the effect.
Okay, so I need to find out. So when I'm confronting somebody with a difference in opinion, I need to make sure that, because this is something that I worry about. I try to avoid this in like personal relationships. I'm trying to be like a debater in like my personal life because I don't want somebody to think that like I can't bring an opinion to him without him trying to debate me on it. So I try to be careful of that. And I feel like when I'm talking to people now with Lav, it's going to be super confrontational. I feel like when I'm talking to people about issues they have with me, how do I represent my side of the discussion without being, because it sounds like you're just saying that they view me as overly confrontational, so they're gonna hide their feelings, and then they have a conversation. No resolution is actually reached, and then they just go back with their feelings completely unchanged.
Okay, well, it doesn't always have to be that you're overly confrontational. It can also be the idea that they can't wait to get along with you and resolve the conflict, or pretend the conflict isn't there. And then it's very upsetting to find out, oh, the conflict is still there.
That Twitter girl, true. Okay, well... Oh my God.
Like
okay.
it's too much for you to have a conflict with somebody, but they can engage with you in a positive way. They'd almost like to forget the conflict even existed, but that's never actually removing the conflict.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna finish watching this before I kill myself.
And then I think, no, Darius, I'm not saying that. Okay, bye.
Bye. I'm just.
I've seen SNEAKO admit to hurting people on podcasts. I don't hear Steven ever owning the fact that he hurts people. Like,
I can't, dude. It's like one of the most open and blatant parts of my personality that, like, yeah, I'm abrasive, I'm an asshole, I understand not everybody likes, okay, it's okay.
like, not really. And so again, that's fine. You can do that, but that's what I'm looking for in people. I'm looking for some sort of an acknowledgement that, like, yeah, dude, I did that. And it's okay if you try to justify it to an extent, because I think that's our ego. But I think that that's what I'm looking for. So yes, generally speaking, I have always heard Steven say that he's speaking generally, and I am not. I, Brittany, don't want to speak that way.
Video for one reason and one reason only. I knew people were going to call me a cloud chaser. SNEAKO was blowing up like
Sorry, super chat. Thank you so much from Kate. Your 20s are workshop years, learn through failure. Exactly, I believe that too.
crazy, and people were going to
Depending on your bubble.
think I had ulterior motives. But seeing as the last video I posted has now become my most viewed video of all time, I think now is the perfect time to address the situation and finally put it to rest. Let's start at the beginning so we can have full context and full clarity. Everything I say will be 100% truth to my knowledge, and I will supply evidence to the best of my ability. You have my word, and I hope you trust me. I used to be a fan of SNEAKO way back before he cosplayed as an alpha male. He used to make philosophical videos about life, people, society, and I really enjoyed them. I thought they were well put together, well edited, and
Stop it, Izzy. That is so fucking funny. Bill Burr said in your 20s are when you take your childhood out on other people. Exactly. I see SNEAKO in a lot of these internet.
Why does she agree with that general point of view, but then she says she can't ever make any general statements ever? That's the most general point of view ever. Your 20s when you take, that's a general statement she's applying to the entire population. Why is she allowed to have that general point of view, but not like...
Said in your 20s are when you take your childhood out on other people. Exactly. I see SNEAKO and a lot of these internet boys as taking their emotions out on everybody else, but that is literally what everyone is doing to some extent. And I definitely was there too. I've been making videos forever. You know what I mean? And all of that stuff. So again, yeah, there's something about that. You know, are you being bad faith by calling Steven bad faith or dishonest? I don't think so. I think that how people have these conversations matter. Look, if you want to keep your life private, that's good, but you can't go around pretending you've like done right by the people in your life when
My life is so much more public than anybody on the fucking internet. I think there's like 2 things about my life that people don't know about over the past 15 years. Like, what parts of my life are even private? I guess you wouldn't know, huh? You don't know the body's buried outside.
have these conversations matter. Look, if you want to keep your life private, that's good, but you can't go around pretending you've like done right by the people in your life when you have hurt people in your life. So I don't think SNEAKO can say I've done right by everyone in my life. He's never said that to me. I've never seen him really say that in a way that I thought was authentic. Listen, SNEAKO on the internet is different. When SNEAKO and I, like, if we ever talk privately, it is very different. It's like a real person that I'm talking to, and I think that that's really important. And I'm not saying Steven is a bad person. Like I said, I think a majority of the world is good. Okay, but I don't see Steven actually owning the fact that he's bad at relationships when he's giving relationship advice. He gives relationship advice, but he's not great at relationships.
Dude, I can't. I don't know what I can. Hold on, fuck, because it's like. It's like. It's like.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
Okay. I don't think I can watch the rest of this. Isn't she single? Can somebody type into chat, no, I don't want to go down this road. She can only be critical of my relationships because of who just joined.
Can I speak?
No, hold on.
Yeah.
She can only be critical of my relationships because of how open I am with every single thing in my life. I would argue that my current relationship is pretty good. Even my last relationship with Aaron was pretty good. Yeah, I cheated and that sucked, but like for the most part, it was like a 5 or 6 year relationship. Like you have bad relationships, or you have relationships you get broken up until you find the one and get married forever, right? Like that's how life works. Like everybody is. Oh God.
Yes.
How much of her? Wait. How much of her relationship is public? Can you tell me that? Because
I can tell you it's public.
How much?
So, okay, Brittany is now monogamous. She used to be poly, but she's
Yep.
now monogamous. After meeting a guy for 3 months, they are getting married, and she is now moving to Europe for him.
Yeah. Wait, did she say publicly how much time she spent with this guy?
They know each other for 3 months, but they have not spent 3 months together. I believe
Okay,
they've-
correct.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Because he lives in a different country.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna, okay, I won't say anything else. Go ahead.
Okay.
3 months, everybody freaking out about 3 months. It's not even that much. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, Cherry.
Yes. So this is who wants to give you relationship
Yeah.
advice. She's talked about her body count. Her body count's also in the single digits, which giving sex advice. I don't know. There's a lot of
Wait, why are you talking to me right now? Hold on, because you're just gonna make this even worse. What is, can you,
sorry.
yeah, sorry.
I'm just here to say what you can. Okay, bye.
Oh, no, okay, thank you. I appreciate it, though. I'm sorry, I'm not like attacking you. I just, okay. Okay, I think I need to unplug from this. I have to unplug from this. I need to unplug from this. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna make a good decision to close this. Okay. What do you, if you say retarded shit, you're permabanned. Go. I'm on the ban button right now. Ban Darius. Ban. What do you want to say? Good luck.
You know what it really is, right?
No.
You know what you know. You know, she gets a lot of, not because you're so open about your relationship, but you know who she talks to.
Wait.
You know who she talks to about stuff.
Wait. Message me. What do you mean about that?
There's people.
Wait. DM me. What DM me? Who are you talking about? I don't know what you mean by that. We got a lot of mutuals.
I'll message you about it. But listen, when people talk about your relationship, especially when they're very close to you, you sound very bad, and they feel like you're not being as honest as it is because they feel like your fan base should be a lot more mean to you than they are. You know what I mean? And then on top of it, SNEAKO has.
I feel like I'm more open about problems in my relationships than like any dude. My relationship shit gets leaked all the time. It happened through Bob 7, where it all got fucking leaked. It happened through like you and Zushia. It all got fucking leaked. I fought with Melina on stream before. It's all insanely fucking public. How can you ever say there's like a hidden part of my relationship that like everybody doesn't have a fucking opinion on? Literally every fucking person in the fucking world has an opinion on my relationship.
It's not that it's hidden. It's just the way that other people talk about it makes people get real fiery. And then, like, I'll be honest, I got really fiery when I was hearing stuff. And then I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh, people should be way more critical of you. But then I actually thought about things, and I was like, okay, well, maybe not so much. But other people who are just like, I'll just DM you, okay?
Yeah, DM me, okay? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There should be like a rule. I want to make a new debate arena, and when we do the debate, you have to step in. I'm gonna call it the docs arena, okay? And going into the arena, you'll get to post your full docs on everything. Let's look at our full history, our private relationships, publicly everything, and then we can bring it all to the table, and then we can all judge each other. It's insane to me that like. Hold on, I just have to. Why am I here right now? Hold on. Hold on. Let's think for a moment. What do we have? Okay. What do we have to gain from going down this road? Almost nothing aside from viewership. Okay. Losing. Do I want to burn the bridge with Brittany? I don't normally burn the bridges. I feel like I've been like pretty nice to Brittany. I've simped hard. Defended her in my community. I try to give her the benefit of the doubt. She thinks I'm pro-rape. What is happening? I'm tripping on acid right now. I need substances. I'm at the stage in life. How old was Dan when he turned into alcoholic? I think I just start abusing stuff. That's what I gotta do. I gotta start abusing stuff. Who?
Listen, steer clear of alcohol. It's not the answer, okay?
It's either alcohol or weed or Coke laced with fentanyl to give me that
No.
real
First
real
of all, can
kick,
you just-
the real kick that I need, that
Can
real
you just-
confidence.
What happened? Because my buddy Heinleiter, I think you're familiar with him, he said, Dan, some crazy stuff is going on
It's
stream
not
right
crazy. It's just, do you know who SNEAKO, right?
now. I'm familiar.
Brittany's going off on her stream and she's like, yeah, Destiny's life is like a huge fucking mess and he's not like as honest about his life or as open-minded as SNEAKO is. And like SNEAKO's just so open-minded and honest about the people that he's hurt and the mistakes that he's made. And like, yeah, and he doesn't give advice to people, but Destiny tells everybody to live his life. And he tells everybody that like, he knows everything and that he gives advice to everybody thinking that he can tell the whole world how to live, even though his whole life is a fucking disaster. And SNEAKO is so honest and pure and like open-minded. And I'm like, I don't even understand. Like, is that even possible?
Did anything happen with Brittany that may have caused her to say something so...
3 weeks ago, I think, or 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had a discussion on my stream. Here's something that I pondered, okay? Now, I pondered this, even though I've read a bit on this, and I've done way more research, which 100% reinforced my opinion, okay? What I pondered is I wonder if having a certain type of sexual history can make you more likely to experience trauma or have traumatic responses to things like rape, right? So say, for instance, you've got like a very sexually liberated, highly promiscuous, whatever person, and then you've got like a very conservative person. Both these people get raped. Maybe they have different responses to it because of the shame they feel, the openness they feel, whatever. Brittany heard this, and in her mind, she translated this to, Destiny thinks sluts like getting raped. That's what her translation was. And I think that that's like incepted her mind, and now her whole, so for instance, like she brought on a psychologist, a therapist guy, who, by the way, not only did he reinforce every single opinion I had, he actually gave like 2 examples that were verbatim examples that I given on a stream, and he said everything that I agreed with, and he reinforced my opinion completely. But even when she was talking to him, even after I explained to her what I meant, she was like, oh yeah, so like I've got a friend who thinks that like maybe sexually promiscuous women don't mind getting raped as much. And I'm like, how is that your takeaway from the conversation? And I feel like since then, I think, and now she's going on these things, she's like, oh yeah, like Destiny's like really like sex worker negative. And I'm like, what? I don't know.
Is there a lot to gain right now by being anti-Destiny? I know that you've basically made enemies with a lot. Well, I mean, unless you're like,
unless you're hedging for like the Max article or something, and you think it's actually going to fucking destroy me, having this guy write about every single fucking negative thing I've done in my life for the past 12 years, I can't think of anything. Like, our communities are relatively separate. I think she is like, it's decent for her to like talk to me. I think that it like does well for her. I think it does well for me. I don't think she's like part of like any anti-Destiny jerker communities.
Why do you think this is happening? All right, in Occam's razor, what's the most likely explanation? The one I can think of, I don't know if it's true, would be that she wants to get in the good graces of SNEAKO and maybe get more content time.
No
with them.
shot. Yeah, I don't even think he does.
What's the most likely explanation for this sudden change of someone who would be your defender and
I
friend?
feel like the rape convo fundamentally altered the way that she views me. That's what I feel like right now. I think that when we had that rape convo, I think that she thinks I have these like crazy conservative ideas relating to sex and rape, and that's causing her to like reshade every interaction she's had with me, every thought she's had about me, and everything I've ever said publicly. That's what I think right now.
Have you tried communicating to her that she's misunderstanding your take? I mean, could it be that simple? That's what it is, right?
We had a short conversation. It was a few messages of text that we exchanged after stream, after we had a talk, and it seemed like everything was okay, but...
So maybe it just needs to be clarified more, right? So here's the issue, Dan, okay? Mm-hmm.
Let's say, hypothetically, you gave a take that I thought sounded like a little bit strange, and like...
Would you completely throw me under the bus and be done with me?
No, it's not about that, but let's say that we're talking, and you say something about like, oh yeah, like, it was crazy when, like that conservative you're arguing with, like he brought up the crime stats, and like some of them are true, right? Let's say that we have like a combo, you bring that up. Let's say later on, I'm talking to my stream, like, it's kind of weird that like, I think Dan is like a race realist. I think he thinks black people are like inferior to like other people. If you heard me say that, in your mind, would you think, oh, I need to have a conversation with Steven and just kind of like right the ship because he misunderstood me? Or in your mind, would you be thinking like, how the fuck can Steven think this about me after one random quip I said? Like, it feels like such a ridiculous thing to correct on. Would you want to have a conversation with me convincing me that you're not racist? I don't think you are, for the record.
No.
Like, I don't even think you would entertain the conversation. Would you? Like, it would feel insane to do that.
Okay, so maybe the thought is, what about, so if we're in like a conversation and I, like, let's say we're talking right now and I'm like, I don't know an example to say. Like, what about if I just say something like, yeah, I think circumcision should be forced on everyone. Like, I believe that 100%. And you're like, wait, what? Why? And it's like, no, I think that's the case. And then like, if I said that to the point where you believe it enough, it would be reasonable later if for you to go on stream and be like, well, Dan obviously wants everyone to be Jewish. Be like, no, dude, you misunderstood what I said. I just think everyone should have a circumcision. I don't think everyone needs to be Jewish. So I think there's maybe a little bit of charitability you could give, but I don't know what you were, what exactly, I didn't listen to these conversations. So the question is, do you want to give it a second chance, or you, I don't want to say insulted, because I know like you'll basically let anyone do anything to you and you'll give them a second chance.
No, yeah, I need to stop that. This is the year of boundaries, Dan. I'm gonna do a better job. I swear to God.
Okay, well you should.
I know. I need to. I will. I have to. I know.
You know, here's the thing. I believe a lot with that as well, because I think it's stressful. And it sucks to have enemies out there. Like, for you, it's fun. But the way I felt about before is, like, when I get in a fight with someone, it's easy to, like, I feel like I'm smart enough usually to be able to, like, say something really hurtful and get, like, a really fucking knife in their heart last word in, where they're going to fucking go and they're going to be thinking about me for the next few weeks and how I really, like, said something that fucking went, like, and cut them. But I think now it's just not worth doing that. To me, I get more pleasure out of them letting them get the last word in and them thinking that they're walking away winning. I think it's actually better, because then I know that when I go to sleep at night, I know that there's not someone like thinking about like how they can fuck me over every minute of every day. So I don't know. I'm not saying abandon the like give people second chances thing. Maybe do it with the trust but verify thing. Like, this person's fucked you over a lot of times. Probably be pretty guarded. And also, I think you need to have a lot more barriers of letting someone, I don't want to say into your inner circle, but like, for
you know
really
what?
trusting someone, it has to, time. There is no substitute for time. I said this once before, there's no substitute. You just got to be here, you know, and survive so many trials and tribulations. Oh, I'm being typed too. Sorry, hold on. Oh.
You know what?
I don't know.
That's it. It's the simplest explanation. That's it. Fuck it. I'm done. I'm good. Okay, that's good.
All right. So
I have stronger boundaries. I'm gonna. Okay,
Yeah.
This is crazy. This whole thing is insane. It must be this. I think this, but her public perception of me is wild. But she's saying it publicly. Hold on, I'm curious. Actually, and be honest with me, Dan. I know how much pressure I exert over you because I'm a high-level orbiter and everything, okay?
Don't listen. That's another thing. Stop. You know how high risk it is to be here in the Destiny universe lately? I'm gonna just throw something. I know you don't think about us orbiters. We're like an afterthought. I just want you to think for a second. Nazis want to kill Jews. Muslims sometimes want to kill Jews.
Don't worry, I'm taking all the Muslim and Nazi heat right now for you, okay?
Who other do you fight with that want to
I'm
kill
just
me?
Based on
want to kill me?
I understand. Based on the little bit that you've seen of everybody, okay?
Yes.
Who do you think is in general more open-minded, me or SNEAKO?
I don't want to be in these conversations. Like, you know what you're doing.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I want your perspective.
Of course, I'm going to say my friend.
No, I don't want to, because you're your
open-minded.
friend. Fuck you, Dan. I fucking hate you. I'm not your friend anymore, okay? So now I'm not your friend, okay? And I'm going to stalk your house.
No, because what you're doing right now is you're like, Dan, what are better, dogs or cats?
No,
And like right away, you're going to have
I'm
a
just trying to
sizable audience.
Maybe my perception of myself is actually so fucking off. Maybe I actually am like the most closed-minded fucking person publicly, and I just don't realize it. Maybe SNEAKO, the Matrix guy, comes off as more open-minded, telling everybody to convert to Islam and W for gays being killed in the fucking UAE. Maybe he's the more open-minded one. Maybe I'm missing something.
Whoa, that's high-level slander. When did...
Yeah.
Okay.
John, your microphone's not working.
Yeah, because he's on his fucking phone doing 8 balls of fucking coke.
Say turn off the speaker. Steven, I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
here
your
we go.
question, John.
Massive
Go ahead.
derailment.
Yeah,
So,
let's go.
Well, I don't have to derail. You can keep talking about that.
What do you
Okay.
what do you got, John?
No. Go for the derailment.
I gotta know, Steven. Yesterday, when I almost doxed that party from the Uber ride on your stream, I hang up on a weak joke. Caranto says, I can see in your eyes, you actually believe I rage quit on Carantos?
No, I don't think you rage quit, but it was a funny meme because you left right at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so you did it for the stream because I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
because it's
I'm like,
fucking funny because it looks like you leave right as he roasts you. But no,
dude, I watched the clip and it looked like I got humiliated and destroyed.
yeah, it
I was
did because you
fucking-
left right after.
I was like, dude, because he said something about a girl hitting me or something, and you know what scared me about that? I'm like, I'm pretty sure since 99% of people actually think I was mad. You know, I couldn't hear you guys when you guys were talking. That's how scratchy it was.
Uh-huh.
I'm not mad. Like,
Okay,
bro,
I got you.
seem
Listen,
smart.
I'm applying a banjo right now. I don't care about this, okay?
No, no.
Yeah.
But
okay,
yo,
are you done? Wrap
here's
it up.
why- here's
No,
why-
you got
here's-
20 seconds. Go.
Okay, check this out. I want to talk about the party, right?
No,
But,
I don't care about the party. Come back later and talk about the party.
Oh no, I want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. You guys talk. I'm gonna listen.
No, you're not. Here, come back later. There.
Yeah, I don't listen. You're in a rough spot of your life, but I will say you're not.
I'm not in a rough spot. I don't know why
No,
people do this.
you are because you're not following the
Teachings of
the
Allah.
destin-
Oh, sorry.
You're not follow. If you call yourself that, yes, you are picking too many battles at one time.
I'm not picking this battle. I don't know why I have this battle right now.
You're a little picking the battle. Yeah,
She's-
see, that's the thing. You have so many battles going on at once. You're not prepared for a new one to come from a counteroffensive.
Well,
All my other battles are done. I don't have any other battles going on right now. I think the only person I don't think I'm even battling with anybody right now. The Muslim shit is
I
done.
ask you one question.
No,
One question
the Muslim
and I'm
shit
out.
is done. What?
All right, my only question is,
Good. The Muslim shit is done. That's like a week old. The female rape thing is done. Farah deleted her clip. We're good.
and I'm leaving.
What? Go,
Okay.
John, real quick, go.
Can you be a
Okay. I don't know. Good job.
Okay, I'll. Where am I? I'm so fucked. My mind is. John Zerka has this ability, very powerful, to rape my mind. So when I come in here, I can completely. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I feel like I was filled with genius and insight, and now I'm like thinking about Freemasons or shit. Like, just,
Okay.
you didn't even bring it up, and I'm thinking about it.
I'm losing my mind right now.
What happened?
Yeah.
Brittany is saying just the most wild stuff on stream that I just can't. What? She's saying things like, I don't like that Steven has never admitted to doing anything wrong ever. He doesn't admit to things like cheating, but I like SNEAKO because he's way more open-minded and he admits to hurting people.
Well, you admit to stupid.
Yeah, I know! But I don't know how Brittany can. And then she's like, I don't know why Steven gives any advice for relationship stuff ever because his relationships are all disasters. And
Based.
but Brittany.
Okay.
That is true. I should be the only one who gets to give relationship advice.
What?
Because I'm perfect.
Face to me.
Because
Well, you're being.
her relationship is pretty public. She's marrying a guy she's known for 3 months. She's moving to Europe over it. Why would she throw I've known you for 4 fucking years, as horrible as they've been. I love you. Just kidding. But as much as we fought or whatever, like, but then she's also saying things like, Steven can't have his position on the internet and be private about everything in his life.
Wait, are you
When-
doing it?
no! All of my shit in my life is public. Yeah.
Jeez.
This is public. Yeah. It's all public. How can anybody say that I'm private about any part of my fucking life ever? We probably fought publicly on stream more than like any other fucking couple.
Maybe.
So how can you say like Steven needs to be honest about the private things in his life?
Wait,
I feel like
wait. You're kind of honest, kind of. Like you're not. You don't have to get into super detail, but.
openness of relationships compared to like any other fucking streamer out there, bro. Compared to like what you've told me about LA streamers and Austin streamers and their relationships and how half of them aren't even fucking public about dating, and
So your point is that.
I don't know how she can.
Well,
I don't know.
She can have the opinion that she thinks that you shouldn't give relationship advice.
Okay, but
if you can't handle relationships. I think that's okay. But to say that you're,
Sure, but like even when I'm giving relationship advice on stream, I've never recommended my lifestyle, and the only advice I give is the
do you know what the
lamest.
advice you give?
What?
This is the advice you give.
Yeah.
You're basically giving the advice to do the opposite of what you're doing.
Sometimes, yeah. Like, be more communicative and open instead of me who, when we fight, I go to another room and I don't want to talk to you for a day. Sure. Yeah, I don't even advise on what I do. Yeah, sure. True.
Do you think that it comes off that way to people, that you do the opposite of all the things that you say?
To some extent, but there are some things that I do for the opposite of what I say because I'm a flawed individual. For instance, you should never cheat on your partner, but I do sometimes, right? But like, obviously that's a flaw. And then there are some things where it's like, I think you should be monogamous instead of polyamorous because for most people, but like, that's something that I choose not to do. But like, I do a lot of things that are like unconventional, right? Like wearing sweatpants everywhere. Like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. But you probably shouldn't if you care about your appearance or whatever. I don't have to care about my appearance. I've got clout and I'm rich. And I'm young and beautiful. And I'm shredded. So I don't have to worry about things like sweatpants, right?
Okay.
Whereas the people in my chat might have to.
Okay.
I don't know how much you listen to my stream, but when I feel like, I might be wrong, but I feel like when I give advice, it's so general And if I'm giving something specific, I'll always say like, oh, this only applies to you, or blah, 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 or this is whatever. I feel like I do this, like, I overqualify until I want to kill myself, okay? The reason why I left my gun in Nebraska is because after every single stream, it would be over. When I'm like, I think that you have to take, I think that, like, what was the combo that I had with Callie where it's like, oh, I think you should put up boundaries. And she's like, well, what if you have Down syndrome and you've gotten raped 20 times in a row, Steven? What about that And I'm like, sorry.
Wait, hold on. Now you're like rambling about.
Yeah, I am, because I'm developing schizophrenia. I have schizophrenia.
Can you please just focus on one thing?
Yeah, what do you want? I'm having a psychotic episode right now.
Upset?
He's upset. Oh, she can't hear me, can she?
Barely. I'm upset because I feel like I've been misgendered, okay?
No.
I'm upset
betrayed.
because it feels like Brittany has, every opinion she has about SNEAKO is so unbelievably, mind-numbingly, unfathomably, like digging back into millions of years of education. It's like if caveman had special education classes, the opinion would be in there, okay? It's like the people who weren't even, when you gave them crayons to write on the cave walls, they had to go outside where the rain washed it clean every day. Okay. That's the opinion that she has about SNEAKO. That's what it feels like to me. And then her opinion about me is like, worthless. How?
Slow
Sorry.
the fuck down.
Okay.
Right now,
I'm sorry.
I feel like a mom that comes into you and you're explaining some random fucking fight that you
I'm
have
sorry.
with some gamers.
Okay.
And I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. What has she said about
Well, listen, tell that bitch to fuck off. This is Dan time, okay? She can talk to you all the fucking time. I got shit to do. Like, you know, tell her to go fucking hop in Discord if she wants to or something.
Here, I'll link you the...
No. You explain. You're very good at explaining.
Okay,
You're explaining right
so
now.
here are some of the things she said about me. She said that all of my relationships are fucking dumpster fire disasters, so I should never give any advice about relationship stuff ever.
Yes.
That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I feel like she gives a lot of relationship advice, and her current relationship is fucking insane.
Wait, can I ask you?
More than mine.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm comparing it. I made the hierarchy.
Okay, do you think,
You know the fucking best part of Melina talking is I can't hear anything because your fucking Discord cuts out because it doesn't pick up her talking. It's awesome to be in here.
If only you lived near us, Dan. You could just come on over. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Mel time. Go.
So, do you think that what she means is basically, do you think that she thinks, or is saying at least, that you come off as a person that says that you're perfect?
That's what it feels like she's saying, yes.
Okay. Do you understand that if you were saying that you were perfect, that maybe it wouldn't be the best? If you were
Yeah, of course. But
you're not saying that.
I don't think I ever do. I feel like I'm really open about all of my flaws, and I have a lot of them.
Okay.
So another thing she said was like, Destiny doesn't take responsibility for hurting people. He doesn't seem to ever admit that he does. And I feel like I constantly say, I have a very abrasive personality. I understand a lot of people don't like me for a lot of reasons. I could be very mean to a lot of people. Like, yeah, and some people don't like me, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been really open about that constantly. I had a whole year.
You are, but you're, how do I say this? How do I explain this?
All right, Steve, I'm going to be back later.
I love
This
you,
is
Dan. Be careful,
fucking
buddy.
Cancer. Yeah, bye.
This is okay. Hold on. Let me think.
Hello?
I feel like sometimes, let's say that one person that has never really seen you or seen you just a few times.
Sure.
They come into your stream and it's relationship advice stream.
Sure.
Do you think that they come off with the image that you're bad at relationships, or do you think they come off with you being good at them?
It super depends. If you're only seeing like one thing,
Yes.
I think you can get a lot. That's why I think I made that joke yesterday. Remember when we ran into those girls who were the
Yes.
volleyball people?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, I've seen you on TikTok. And I'm like, oh, then you either have a really good impression of me or a really bad impression of me. I'm super open about that, yes.
Okay, so, so for, let's say that, do you think Brittany has seen enough of you to understand the context that you are also saying that you're bad at relationships?
I think so. We've had like multiple, like 3 or 4 hour conversations on stream before.
Okay.
But if she hasn't, shouldn't she reserve judgment? Like, for instance, I don't actually know how much advice Brittany gives on like relationship stuff. I'm pretty sure it's quite a bit because she does it probably as part of her personal coaching. But I don't usually make comments. I think her relationship is insane. I think it's wild.
Okay.
But I don't comment on it or comment on her relationship because I haven't seen enough to. And like, she's my friend. I'm not going to sit here and be randomly on a stream one day like, oh yeah, guys, like I would ignore everything Brittany says about relationships because her relationship, blah, blah, blah. I would never say that because I haven't seen enough of her stuff to have that opinion about it. I just don't know. Like, she might be open on her stream. She might say like, oh yeah, guys, like my relationship is very unconventional. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know that.
Do you think that the way that she is saying things right now is trying to like, do you think she's like mad at you, or do you think she's just saying things Do you think she's just saying things like out of her brain right now, or do you think she's saying it like she has a strong opinion about?
I feel like there are two things. One is I think is like the rape trauma convo we had might still have left a lingering effect, which I think is kind of weird. And then but that, I don't know how much of either, but that's like a total guess. Like, I can't know that, right?
Yeah. Why don't you talk to her?
I mean, I can, but
Yeah, do it.
but she's already saying all these things publicly about me.
Yeah, but talk more publicly.
But we
Wait.
we had a public conversation last time over the rape trauma stuff, but now she's saying things like, oh yeah, like there was that one convo I had with Steven, and it seems like he's like really anti-sex worker.
Okay, I feel like I have to hear.
Yeah, you do. That's why I said I'd link you. You can go and listen.
No. You can of course explain it.
But I don't want to explain it to you because
No,
I don't want you to feel like I'm loading it in a negative way. I want you to hear what she's saying and then.
Here's the thing, I care very little. That's it. I don't care that much. That's what I'm trying to see. I'm trying to ask you questions for you to figure it out. What do you think? What do you think it is? What do you think this is about?
It's got to be those. It's got to be those conversations. The sex worker one and the pro rape one, I guess.
Okay. Because the only thing that I can see her coming from is that if you only heard one time, you heard something like, if you come off as a person, like, let's say whenever there's some sort of weird fucking relationship thing that comes out, do you think that the reaction of the audience is, like, really surprised about you not being really good at communicating or relationships or something? Is the reaction of your community surprised, or is it like, oh yeah, that's all Steve? Like,
It's probably like 50-50, I think.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of new
That's what I'm
fans I
saying.
picked up where when we fight, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this guy has like problems in his relationship because he gives so much advice. And then there's probably older fans who's like, oh, this is like Steven fights with his girlfriend or wife or whatever. Like it happens. Like
Yeah.
that happens. So it's probably like a mixture of people, I'm sure.
maybe you, do you think that you can do any better here?
I don't think I've done anything. I don't think any reasonable human being could listen to any amount of what I've said and any amount of what SNEAKO has said and think that SNEAKO is a more open-minded person. That is
Well, I don't.
unbelievable to me.
I have no
Or that
idea.
SNEAKO is like accepted like past wrongs and all of that, and that like I never admit to doing anything wrong.
I think that Brittany and SNEAKO talks a lot. That's what I feel. That's the
Maybe
thing.
that was one of the
That's
things.
probably the thing, and I don't think you talk to Brittany that much.
I don't.
No.
But then this goes
So-
into the thing that I talked to you about Lav, where like it's hard for me to hold on to friends if I feel like somebody else is working on them in the background. Usually I just disconnect because I don't have time to fucking play those games in the background to try to make sure that somebody is not like talking shit and like I just don't have time.
Do you think that? Wait, are you saying that SNEAKO is like talking shit about you?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure. I don't know how these two. I think my current perception and everybody that I've talked, I haven't asked Brittany actually, but other people that I've talked to, you or Farah or anybody else that's like been around us, is most people say that in private it seems like SNEAKO respects you. It seems like you guys are friends. It seems like you're pretty cool.
Yeah.
That seems to be the case. But if SNEAKO gets connected to somebody that doesn't like me, I don't know if he's the kind of person that would defend me in front of another person privately. So like when I'm private, I don't know if you've seen it, but like there have been people that have brought up SNEAKO privately to me, and I'll simp for SNEAKO. I'll be like, no, you have to watch these videos.
But she's doing it.
I don't know. I don't know about that,
Well,
right?
I think that could be pretty. I think she's a person that likes to see good in people, and I think she does see good in people, and I think
But
it's a good thing.
then how do you come away with these opinions of me? Am I really that fucking retarded that I can't see myself so much?
She probably has a pretty strong opinion on the way you talk to your audience, a little bit.
Yeah, but then
You do come off as like a father figure quite a bit on stage.
Sure, but how many times do I fucking recommend, like, don't do what I do, or here's like some general advice? Like, and this is the thing that bothers me too. And I understand what you're saying, because it feels like at the end of the day, all of this comes off as tone.
Okay.
Because if I ask, and this is why I say like, give me an example, if some people say this all the time, Destiny's relationships are fucking crazy. Don't listen to anybody's advice. What's a piece of advice I've given that's ever been bad about relationships?
No.
And there's never anything. Nobody ever has a single thing to say.
But I think here's the thing. I don't
Yeah.
usually when people give dating advice, I don't think it's usually to give advice. I think it's literally to ego yourself up. I think that's what most people
Sure.
do.
So people aren't listening to the words. It's just like a rhetoric, tone, like idolization thing.
Yeah, that's probably what people think you're doing. And you might do it a little bit.
No, because then I would just recommend everybody poly like me.
No, definitely not. But I think here's the thing. I think a lot of people, when they talk about stuff like this, if you say like, oh yeah, I'm doing this, but you could never do it, I wouldn't ever recommend it. You still kind of bring yourself as like a, like I.
How do I get, because like when I was in my 20s, I did feel that way. When I talk about things that I do because I'm better than you. I did feel that way in my 20s. But I feel like in my 30s and my late 20s, I feel like I've qualified so much. Like, don't do this. It's not recommended for everybody. I have a lot of problems. It's not, like, how many words can I say? Like, at the end of the day, I still think I like my lifestyle. If I didn't, I wouldn't do it. I could do anything I want right now. I wouldn't choose this lifestyle if I didn't like it. So, but I've never like told anybody like, oh, you should be poly, or like, oh, monogamy sucks. No, hold on. As a comparison, no, let me say this. As a comparison, when Vosh talks about monogamy, right? There is a clip of him when he talks about it, and Vosh says monogamous relationships are just for people that are really jealous.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to point that at you.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, it's not. That's like black and white. That's very, very simple. You can still say that poly relationship isn't for everyone, so I wouldn't ever recommend anyone to do it. You're still kind of, when you say that, it kind of comes off as you almost being like, but I can handle it.
So what do I say? Ever?
No. But like,
do I need to like turn on the stream with a black eye and say like, Melina's last boyfriend hit me like this? I hate my relationship, guys.
You're not, shut up. You're not listening to me.
Okay, I'm listening.
What it can come off as sometimes to other people is this way.
I understand that.
Yes.
That's why I try to overqualify. So I'm asking you, what else can I do?
I think that usually, this is all I heard because I don't really watch the stream that much. I feel like the only times that you come off as a person that has problems is, is usually when you're bringing up a joke, kind of like, yeah, I cheat sometimes, she caught me. That's like the only times where you're kind of showing like, I'm not that good.
Sure.
Kind of. Yeah. But I feel like the way that you speak usually implies that you're kind of perfect. Like, not the words you're saying, but the way you say it sometimes can come off that way. That's why everyone gets kind of surprised, I think. And usually...
Okay, so do I need to do like an hour stream where I'm like...
I'm not saying you don't have to do anything.
This is my story.
I'm saying that you should be aware of it.
Okay.
That's it. I think it can come off this way to some people. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you don't have to change or anything. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Well, the thing, I don't...
But you do speak a lot like a father figure.
Sure. I don't care how my audience... I'm okay with public perception of me. I'm okay with how they think about me. That's fine. If some people think I'm a little arrogant, blah, 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 that's fine. I don't know how somebody that knows me more personally can think about me that way. That's the... Like, if some random guy in my chat was like, SNEAKO's more open-minded than this, they're like, fuck you, you're retarded.
I don't think that Brittany knows you that much personally.
Okay, even though we've...
You've talked, yeah, but I don't think you've opened up to her in a certain way that probably SNEAKO has.
Ugh.
Yeah, you haven't.
Then why not just say like then why not just talk about SNEAKO? Why compare me?
I have no idea why she brings you up. It's a little unnecessary. I don't personally like either when someone that we know is talking about a relationship super publicly, because like I know that you say talk about whatever. No one asks me ever if it's okay to talk about the relationship publicly ever. So I don't like that. Personally, I don't like it. You say that you're fine with whatever the fuck. So you... Well,
I'm fine with that in terms of people being public, not people talking shit, right? Like, there's a difference.
No, but it's still a negative tone. It's like, kind of like, it's not your business, right? Like, for me, I think it's like, I'm not even there. I don't know the fuck.
Sure.
If someone brings it up. But like, for you, I think you kind of said that you don't care. Like, you're not putting up...
Do people misunderstand that? Like, no, I don't care.
Not,
like,
no,
if I fuck somebody, let me get this out.
You're not clear about your boundaries.
Okay, so I actually have to treat people like fucking retards.
Because you're saying that you're so chill all the time.
Hold on.
No, I'm kidding. I'm saying.
I understand. I just need to make sure I understand. When I tell somebody, okay, so when I fuck other people, I generally tell them, hey, if you want, we can keep this on the DL, because I know that like if it gets out that we fucked, like people look at you differently, and I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. If you want to keep that quiet, okay? If you want to talk about it publicly, I'm chill with that. That's cool if you want to do that, right? For somebody to take that and then come out and be like, oh yeah, I fucked Destiny. It was the worst experience of my life, and I fucking hated it. He was such a selfish fucking loser asshole. Are you telling me that somebody, like Lav, when she made up half the details of our sexual encounter, right? Are you telling me that some people hear that like, oh, I'm chill, and in their mind they're like, oh, that must mean I can talk a whole bunch of shit and make up a whole bunch of lies without them like being true?
Because I think that you come off as a person that says, I can't feel anything, everything is...
So then you're gonna make shit up about me?
No.
But that's what you're saying, isn't it?
No, I'm not saying that. I don't have an opinion. I don't give a shit. I'm just saying that this stuff... I
I need to
Do
cry.
you, wait,
I need to have cry streams.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah,
Almost.
I
Not
do.
really, but you have
I
to.
do.
You have to say that you get upset about certain things.
I am upset.
Yeah. Good.
I'm
Or
upset.
Say you're upset.
I'm upset.
Say it louder.
I'm upset.
Okay. So, you know what some friends of mine have done to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, did I really have to tell this person?
Not to do this.
Yeah, but because I was so chill, they thought I would be fine. Because I come off as a person, like my whole identity, I'm such a hippie and I'm so chill. So people do insane fucking shit sometimes. This is what they fucking do when you don't put out like, hey, there are things that I get upset about. Don't fucking go near it. You can do a lot, but don't fucking do these obvious fucking things.
Okay.
Yeah, it's insane. But I do believe that this is the case. It's pretty crazy. But you have to put your foot down and say, hey, if you're gonna fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you back. When someone leaks something about you, you're leaking it back. Because you have to put down your fucking foot and say that you have boundaries. You gotta do it, that's the thing. But here's the thing, you're letting people fucking roll over you all the time. So people think it's okay to do whatever the fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to have... I need to put up, like, don't make up lies about me in public. Don't shit talk me for no reason in public. Do I need like a guide, like a people's guide to being like a basic human being?
I think you're such a unique person. You're
I am
so,
unique.
you're
I am.
so
I'm very
good.
special.
No.
Thank
You're
you.
so good at. Hold on. You're so. Shut up. Stop. I'm gonna talk to you. You don't do that.
Okay.
You come off as a person that doesn't care about anything that anyone does to you.
Okay.
I don't know how you do that.
Mhm.
You have to ask a psychologist about that. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
It's my childhood trauma.
But sometimes I even think about that because I'm like, I am a person that gets upset, and I say that I'm upset, and I tell people that I'm upset more than you do.
Okay.
So sometimes, even I can sometimes think that if I do this thing, that's okay. But if you did that to me, I would not be okay with it. But just because you're so chill, I can just do it. Shit like that. Like you do this.
Okay.
You do the same thing with money. People ask you for money and never bring it back to you. And you keep fucking doing it. You keep sending them money.
Okay.
Why the
Right.
fuck? And you're saying that you don't have boundaries? You get
Okay.
upset about
You're
that?
right.
Yeah.
2023 is the year of the boundary.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
I'm gonna have strong boundaries.
Yes.
Okay.
It's okay to have boundaries.
Yeah.
Do you know what you're being? I actually thought about this the other day. You when you were 20 said that emotions are stupid.
Yep.
You've been lately, boundaries are stupid.
No,
You
I'm
think
not.
it's a bad
I
thing?
tell people to have boundaries all the
Yeah,
time. It's
you
important.
Tell but you say, I don't have any boundaries. When you say
Yeah.
you don't have any boundaries.
And I should say I do
you
have a
should.
boundary. Don't make up lies about me and
Yes.
talk shit about. Okay,
Yes.
you're right. I need.
Yes. You
Okay.
need
I'm
to
gonna
know
compile a
it.
basic
People
list.
don't fucking know.
True.
People
Okay,
have no
you're
idea.
right.
People
Okay.
don't know.
Gotcha.
Anything else? Gotcha.
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Do you talk to her? I think you should talk to her.
No!
What?
She just publicly froze me. I don't care now. If you want to come talk to me later, she can.
Okay,
But
if you want to have a war with her, you go ahead.
well, it's not a war. It's just listening to unbelievable fucking.
She doesn't understand you. She
Then
doesn't
I
get-
don't care.
No, because you haven't made yourself understand.
No.
You haven't.
I don't care then.
You're not.
No,
Well,
I don't care.
you should
If
care.
that's your, why should I?
Because you should keep friends.
But if
Because
somebody,
someone is doing something against your boundaries does not mean that they're a bad person because they didn't fucking know about it. Like, this case might be really, really bad, but this is just in general. Like, you could not give a shit about Brittany anymore, but there's other people and you're like, you can't fucking burn the bridges all the fucking time.
they usually burn them. Okay.
Okay.
She
but-
is
but
burning
yeah,
this
I know,
one.
but it's
Okay.
because-
I'm just
no,
watching at the other end.
Because it's so hard to know where the fuck you're at. It's so hard to
Is it
know.
really that hard to just be like a normal,
Yes.
decent human being? That's really that hard? Is this beyond the pale?
You're
Like,
letting it happen.
I'm letting them
Yes, you are.
rape me.
No,
But
yeah.
you're
you
victim
can-
blaming.
No,
Yeah.
you're letting
Say it.
it
Yeah.
happen.
Say it. You were saying it. Yeah, I am. Say it. Do it.
You're letting it happen
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
Put your foot down. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe you should have a conversation with her. It's content. Fucking go.
Well, I'll
It's
just.
content at least. Do it.
There's no.
Talk to her.
I already talked to her to the last one.
Talk to her.
It's one of those things where it's like if it's this egregious, I don't even know what I could
She's
say.
going to be open for a conversation.
But then like, but
Talk to her. Call her.
but here's the issue.
Call her.
I don't want to.
Why?
Because if they're already making these assumptions, what can I possibly say? I already had a conversation after the last trauma thing, and she didn't take any of that. She still went to the psychologist, and she was like, hey, so I've got a friend that thinks that, like, promiscuous women love getting raped. Like, what do you think about that? That was her takeaway after our last conversation.
I'm sorry, I decided to come back Tell her to go away.
Okay.
Say go away, Melina.
Give me a kiss.
She's telling me to go away.
He wants to talk because he's having his moment. Love you.
I love you so much.
I'm glad we could fight and be miserable all the time so much.
What?
What?
Why? We didn't fight now.
Well, apparently our relationship is fucking horrible, Mel. It's fucking horrible.
Is it?
It's fucking horrible.
All right, how you doing?
Stop.
Oh, that's right.
Why do you say
Hi,
that?
hi.
Don't say that, Steve.
Oh my god.
Tell them how much I love you.
Oh, no one's
How much
here.
you love me. Okay?
Awkward.
Show them. Show them. So now you're just fucking.
Oh, love bombing.
Yeah, love
Cycle of
bombing.
abuse.
He has that go off the fucking screen to love bombing.
Nope, I'm not.
You are.
No, I just
You literally are. And I gave you hot chocolate.
Yeah. Wait, this was mine.
Is it? No,
Yeah.
this is yours.
Okay. What is that?
Chai latte? Wait, why? Dan, why the fuck am I here?
Well, he's trying to because he can't hear you.
I'm listening to them.
Dan, did Dan just leave?
Oh. No, I'm here, but
Okay,
you either
I'm
need to fix Discord or not let this happen again. Because the most cancerous thing,
I love you. What's up?
Your microphone. Yeah, okay, she's gone now.
Yep, she's gone. What's up?
God, I hate women. Anyways, my advice is, I think you get rolled over too much. You give too many second chances. I thought about it a little bit in my time.
He thought about it in his time. Okay. Okay.
And I think that you should just fucking go with your gut, man. Like, I think that's probably the best course of action on this. Like, I don't mean to be. I was trying to put myself into my shoes or Mr. Mooten's shoes. Can you imagine Mr. Mooten ever doing something like that, saying anything even remotely like that wasn't so obviously joking? Yes or no?
No, I would drive up to Toronto and probably kill him and his
No.
wife and his family.
You're joking. Even saying in Minecraft doesn't matter now. You go to
Oh
jail
yeah, that
for
one guy got arrested. Yeah, true.
Okay, so that's a very edgy joke that you're making.
I'm
there.
not on Twitch anymore. You're right. I would never kill him, Mr. Mooten. I mean, I obviously meant I would
It would never
intimately.
happen.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It would never happen. Is the bottom line? Is Mr. Mooten would never come on stream and be like, yeah, like I like Destiny, but he's a fucking retard. Like the farthest that he goes ever would be like, oh, Steven has no food taste, right?
Sure.
But
Yeah,
that's
of course.
It's like a meme. So why is that different? Why would he not? And he probably doesn't like not be. I don't agree either. Like a lot of people probably don't agree with things that you do. Like for instance, your relationship choices. But as a streamer, he still doesn't go on stream and be like, yeah, Steven's a fucking idiot. I can't believe he's giving advice when his shit is in shambles. Why? Why does he not do that? Even though he probably believes it, unironically. Because how couldn't you? Your shit's in shambles constantly. But still, why wouldn't he say it?
Because why the fuck would you do? Why would you personally attack somebody like that?
Why would you attack your friend like that for no reason except to possibly get like clout or something? There has to be something you're gaining because you don't go and look to put down your friends or to harm your friends. That's as simple as it is. Simple as, right? At the end of the day, like if someone is your friend, I'm not going to go when I'm with my other friends and be like, yeah, Steve's funny, but everything he says is really fucking stupid, and he thinks he's smart, but he's not. Like, that's like, dude, the fuck? So that would be my logic, is I don't think this is something that's excusable to do shit like that. Does that make sense? I mean, maybe you're willing to give second and third chances, but it's kind of like, I think when someone shows you this type of information, you make use of it. Does that make sense? You don't, like, they've given you a hint of what they think. Take the hint.
Yeah, maybe.